Hi everyone, this is the Collective Soul Tarot, and my name is Kay. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for being here with me, spending this time with me today to do another collective reading, a general reading for the collective using the Seer Marchetti decks of Kipper and the Gilded Reverie, and I'll use the tarot card to clarify. If you like what you see in here today, would you please subscribe and like and comment and share? That'd be wonderful. Thank you. And so let's begin. I'll ask Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit to guide and assist me today with correctly interpreting the energies in the cards and to help me see clearly. Thank you. My daughter just got married today, so I'm a bit tickled pink about all of that. It was I had to watch it on FaceTime as they're not in the same area as we are. This one wants to come out, obviously. So Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today in this general read for Friday? It's Friday, October 20th. Yeah, oh, look at that one wants to come out, obviously, too. This one. Okay, October 20th, 2023. The last day before the weekend. Actually, we consider Friday the weekend, don't we, pretty much? At least in the afternoon. Okay, so what we got here is we have Mass, that came out first. And then we had the book, and then we had the wishing well. And I'm going to put this all in the past. That's what I feel like I would put it. I'm not really feeling like it needs to be in the present or the near future. Sorry, hair. Thank you. And I'm going to cut the deck now to get the present day energies and the future, near future energies. What shall we talk about today, Archangel Michael? Expectations. That says hurry up and wait. Pretty much. Hurry up and wait. Oh, we all don't like that card, those kind of cards, right? Future, child. Okay, a new beginning or a child. So we have masks, and that's like playing a different role for different reasons, right? You might have been like in the role of a boyfriend, let's say, or a girlfriend, and now you're a husband or a wife. Or you have a role of being also a husband or a wife with being a father or a mother, or you know, some kind of entrepreneur, or you know, in work, career related roles. Yeah. Okay, so you have tapped into some knowledge here. The book of knowledge, which I refer to as like the Akashic records. It's got a clock on here, so there's has to do with timing, which has to do with this life, right? The universe. There's no timing in the spirit realm, so knowledge is all about the physical world, the physical life. Having made a wish, you have wised up from the different roles that you've played, knowing that there is a wish that you wish to fulfill. Let's talk about expectation in the present moment, please. I mean, you had to dig deep to be able to pull out this wisdom from within you. So that's like the wishing well, the rope with the bucket going down, deep down into the darkness, like the subconscious mind, right? To pull up what it is that is your truth, and to release and heal what's not your truth. You know, what role are you playing that's is your truth, that is not your truth, that you are realizing what your truth is. Expectation. Waiting for the handsome guy to show up. Ooh, okay. Waiting for a trickster. Having to wait. Ooh, let's see here. Yeah. I mean, this could be read a few different ways, but you might be the guy, okay, gentleman number 2 here, who I do not see as being evil. Okay, this person is just a different side of the whole self. There could be a devoted, if it's a man, let's just say it's a man, it could be a devoted husband, but also very, very, you know, romantic and sexual too. Has that kind of side to them. Likes to have fun, but do it in fun and seductive ways. This is, it could also be in a way that has to do with, you know, surprises and just doing things undercover, both in that way, but also in the way of wanting to be able to surprise somebody. So being sneaky and even deceptive if it's necessary in order to surprise somebody, right? Because, you know, you can ask somebody, so what did you get me for my birthday? And if they tell you, then it's not going to be a surprise, right? So they would say, oh, I didn't get you anything for your birthday. What? Or you're going to really, really like it. You know, and that's all you're going to say. So that's not necessarily deceptive, but that's saying that you're not going to find out what it is until you find out. Okay, let's talk about the child in the near future, please. Archangel Michael and Holy Spirit, what is it about the child energy in the near future? What can you tell us about this? New beginning or a child? Or both? There's that polar bear. Motherly power, right? And there's a choice. Okay. Excuse me. The new beginning to push through to because you have a choice to make. We all have choices. We have choices all the time, but this is you wanting to have a new beginning by choosing to be somebody who is going to be, you know, strength. You're drawing on your strength, and you're being that inner power of yourself, the purity of that strength, that inner strength to walk a different path, to ascend to a different elevation of knowledge and spiritual enlightenment, and more practically just another path than what you've ever walked before, or that you've left behind for a long time and you're picking yourself back up again. Okay, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, can you please tell us about our collective's number 40, the mask card, please? You know what, I'm going to read that first, because this is not one card I get that often either. It says here, look deep into your soul for whose amusement do you play? I balance the contradictions and encompass the opposites. I project your emotions and hide them. When I land to your right, I bring joy to light. But my presence is to your left, then melancholy is in sight. I can be the face to suit any occasion. All parts I can play, the truth or disguise. I am your creation. The mask card is about playing roles. It might indicate the need to assume a different role. It is symbolic of concealment and deception. If it is different from the fox because its appearance indicates that it is something that it is not. The card may be a warning to not take something or someone at face value. Let's see, there's combination ones, and none of those are on the table anyway, so we won't bother. Yeah, so playing a different role as necessary, but it's about containment and concealment. Yeah, there goes me again, forgetting what it just said. Okay, where did I read that? Containment indicates concealment and deception. Yep, concealment and deception. So there was a mask that you had been wearing in the past, being playing the role of whatever it was that you needed to play for whoever. You know, so that those expectations of, okay, you're my husband or you're my wife, and I'm going to say husband because of this guy right here. You're my husband or you're my boyfriend, and so that's what I expect from you. You're my son-in-law. You're my daughter's husband, so we expect that certain behavior from you. So you what did you do? You would have rallied up to the expectation, like assumed the role because it was being required by people who were part of your life. Maybe if you're a father, you became a father, then you had to become even more of a responsible individual and turn into the kind of guy that you have to let go of your fun side. You had to let go of your romantic side. You had to let go of a part of you who was really who you were, a part of you that was really something that you enjoyed, something that gave you pleasure. So it was a role that you had. There was roles that you had to step into to rise to the occasion of what was being expected of you. But you have been down deep in yourself lately for whatever the reason is, and you realize that there's more to you than just what you can play as a person in many different roles within one life, right? So there's something that has been revealed to you through the book of knowledge, and you're seeing you're seeing yourself again. You're seeing yourself than what you have been in a while. It's like as though you lost yourself because of all the different masks, all the different roles. You lost yourself for a while. Yeah. In the relationship you were in, if it was a marriage or long-term partnership, with in-laws and children and other people, maybe other married couples that you associated with. There was a part of you that you lost, that you're gaining it back. It's from what I feel is that you're gaining it back. You're looking to gain it back. It had been somehow taken away from you. Like the fox in the hen house, right? They run in and they swap a hen and they run. It was somehow taken from you. And you're waiting. You're being asked to be patient because this time of your renewal of who the part of you that you gave away, either you gave it away or someone took it. Okay. You're just being asked to wait. Let's talk about the past anyways. The 40s card of the mask. Page of Swords. Truth. About, see those options there? Like they're kind of like the different roles. And death. Okay. And then the 8 of Cups. And the World, which is an end of a cycle. It's the end of a cycle. And look at this. It's kind of like a head going around and around. 3 noses, right? There's probably one on the back side too. But going around and around and around. Your life just kind of walked through. And you would settle in what direction you needed to be in. With that mask on. That was in that particular direction. But yeah. You learn some truth, and it could have been a difficult message of truth, if only about yourself, about what it was that you've been giving up, that you have been giving up and settling for, and all these different expectations right here from different people. You have just been kind of like your head spinning, your head's spinning because you just have so many responsibilities, like to be somebody other than who you are deep inside. I mean, you're a lover, right? We're all lovers inside. Deep inside, we're all lovers. This is more who we are than whatever other role we choose to play or is put on us, right? So yeah, you learned a difficult message about yourself, and it could have been something as simple as, what am I doing? What am I doing to myself? I don't even feel like myself anymore. Some part of me I've lost. Well, you didn't lose it, okay? You know that. So you're putting an end to yourself deceiving yourself. You could be deceiving yourself, right? Deception. If no one else is deceiving you, maybe both. Maybe both are deceived. You're deceiving yourself, and someone else has been deceiving you. You know, like your partner, long term or spouse. But yeah, you need to put that time away so that you've ended it. This is the past. So you've ended it, and you're transforming, and you're walking away from all of those responsibilities and expectations that were put upon you, that changed you into a person that really you were not. I mean, you are, obviously. You can't be someone you're not, but you can try, right? You can really, really try, and to some extent you do manage to do it. But you are somebody who it goes after love, you know, goes towards love. You're a lover. You are, like, at the heart and soul of who each one of us is. We're lovers because we're made of love. We are love. We're lovers. Okay, so you put an end to that, the brand new cycle. You ended all these responsibilities, these lies about who people are telling you you are, and you're now walking towards a new cycle of life, right? A new beginning. Hallelujah. I'm so happy for you. You're being more authentic now, aren't you? These are all these fears, you see? Fears about, you're confused, you have anxiety, you're not acting like yourself, you're not behaving like yourself, you're keeping yourself, your true self, hidden. For the benefit of others, right? Because that's what people expect from you. There's that expectation again and again. People are expecting that of you. So you rose to the occasion because, you felt like you needed to in order to be with somebody in particular, right? And whatever their family brought into the picture of your life, that just caused more responsibilities, more expectations that then pushed yourself down even further. I often say, whatever that life is, it's sucked the life out of you. And love is definitely the life within you, within all of us, right? Love is what's getting sucked out of us in whatever dynamic or sense that makes sense to you. You may be feeling older than your years, or looking older than your years, because of all these roles, these expectations. The Book of Knowledge, please. We got the Moon, Six of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, wow. Talk about a wish fulfillment, all right? So you've dug deep. You pulled out your fears about things that were keeping you... okay, that was cat throwing something on the floor. Sorry, guys. This is you being hidden. You've been hiding your true self. You've been hiding your true self. Sure, you have been your true self in respect that you've been responsible and accountable to the people you love and you're expected to take care of. Yes, and at work too, whatever. But there's still a small or large part of you that you had, you just hid it under. You put it underneath something. You went down and got it because you have a wish fulfillment. And that is to, work on your finances and commit to yourself, your life. But there's a person in the past that you want to make a long-term offer, long-term commitment, of a beautiful offer of long-term commitment to. And she's the Queen of Swords. She's somebody that you see as who is says what she means, and you also see her being highly spiritually connected. Okay, like you see that she taps into her spirituality. She has great intuition, strong intuition. She knows a lot of things, but she's not doesn't necessarily talk about them. But this person here, the Queen of Swords, is somebody who's upright, truthful, honest, transparent. Like, you won't misunderstand things that she says. And she says what she wants to say. Whatever her truth is, she says. And it's not in any kind of way that is meant to hurt anybody. She has upright, she has pure intentions, okay? She wants to be fair, and she'll be an ear to anybody who wants to have her ear. And so she's going to tell you to come ahead and tell me what it is that you want me to know, that you feel I need to know. As long as it's truthful and honest, we haven't got a problem here. We can communicate forever. And she's highly intuitive, the Queen of Swords is. She's a great communicator. She's level-headed, she's logical, she's practical, but she is, above all else, she's truthful. She's truthful, and she expects truth in return. But at the same time, this person has got very strong intuitive powers, okay? Because this Queen of Swords is already intuitive. But you see her also as the High Priestess. This is the one you want to reconnect with. So that's in the past, as you come to realize that by checking in with your truth. You've checked in with your truth, whatever way that looks like to you. It could be turning to God, turning to your angels or spirit guides, asking for a better way, praying and saying, what is it that I'm not doing that I should be doing? Like, why are things the way they are? And where's that part of me that I miss? That what's going on? Yeah. So when you choose, just to give you a little bit of insight, when you choose to be something you're not, you will of course are chasing away your truth, right? And then your decisions fall in line with that. From the small decisions in life to the very large, important decisions that you must make. And when you're not living your truth, if let's say you've been wearing a mask for a long time, you're going to meet somebody else. You're going to attract somebody else who also wears a mask. And we're all wearing masks to some level. It depends on how thick they are, really, because it's an ego. Ego is a mask. It is the mask. It's the veil. It's fears. Ego is fears. And that's why we put a mask on, because we're fearing something. We're fearing something. That's where you have to go dig deep down inside. If you're saying, I'm not fearing anything. Yes, you are if you have a mask on. You just need to find it. Find it. Pull it out like a bad weed in your garden, right? And heal it. Let it go. Heal it so that you can truly see who you are. That you'll be able to see clearly that mask is not who you are. You are the one that when you pull off your mask, you start seeing the world differently. You have a different perspective now because you can see more clearly. It's like pulling off those rose-colored lenses, those glasses that you've been looking through all your life. We do this, okay, it's not just you, right? Just remember when I say you, just talking because I'm doing this reading, but it's everybody. When we pull off our mask, we're able to see more clearly and what our reality is. And it can be really kind of stark and shocking when we see what we've really been doing, how we've really been living, what decisions we have been making all along. That is something we don't want to live with anymore. And you can realize that it's because you made those decisions. And you made those decisions when you were hiding behind a very thick mask or relatively thick mask of all these fears, these egos, believing that you had to live up to other people's expectations. And perhaps that came from when you were a child. You might have had maybe the oldest child in the family and you had a lot of great responsibility looking after your siblings, or just some child that your parents expected a lot from you and that you could never seem to really live up to. But through that, you end up making decisions, wearing a mask that then leads to more experiences as a result of those decisions, that you're going to have to continue wearing the mask and even maybe put on another one. But when you take the mask off, right here is when you've decided to take the mask off and truly look at who you are, finding out through the book of knowledge, the wisdom of the divine that helped you dig deep to figure out what it was that's causing you to operate the way you have been with the mask on. You pull that off and you start seeing your reality. The fears are no more. Well, they're there, but they're not going to be driving your life as much anymore. You'll be releasing these fears. Your anxiety will be reduced. You begin to know the truth. You regain your composure, your confidence. Anything that you've been hiding, you're allowing it to come up to the surface now, and you're no longer going to be ensnarled or trapped by anyone else through their own expectations of who they believe you should be and how you should be behaving. And that's when you realize that you have a legacy of long-term happiness and prosperity ahead of you when you choose to be with a person that you've already met, you've known from the past, you've known that, and so that's your truth. You're coming to realize your truth because you've taken the mask off. You've been brave enough to take the mask off. However, that person that you met in the past is also going to expect the truth, okay? Because that's the way they operate. They possibly pulled their mask off a long time ago, and it could have been because of what went on between the two of you that was very, very hurtful and painful. And so she said, it's either die or do, right? So she decided to do, and she did by looking deep within her own well to find out what it is that really makes her happy, what makes her clock tick and her boat float. So let's find out what the wishes is for you. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. And look at that. And then we look at that. 3 of Cups with the 10 of Cups. Yeah, these are your wishes. These are your wishes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So, you have been... You have been a husband to, a Queen of Pentacles, but, because the Queen of Pentacles is usually committed to somebody in a commitment. The Emperor is, you're wishing to tap into your Emperor energy, to stand up, take that mask off, take control and take charge of your life, become the person that you've always been, and letting that really fun and what do you call it, spontaneous and slightly impulsive. We don't want too much, right? There's got to be a nice balance. Side of yourself where you may have been feeling pinned down and heavy with responsibility in your life that you've been living, okay? But you want to stand up and take charge. That's what the Emperor does. Takes charge. He builds empires, okay? Because he's all 4 kings rolled up in one, meaning all the energies, the positive and good characteristics and qualities of all 4 of the kings in the deck are in the Emperor. The Emperor, aside from that, is also, he's very much in control. He's an authority figure. He has so much confidence and charisma and fairness and gentleness and love and compassion and strength and honesty all rolled up in him, and he leads empires, right? He leads and builds and leads empires of people, right? He leads very fairly too. So that's the energy you're trying to tap into in the past. So you've been tapping into that because this Queen of Swords is your Queen of Pentacles over here too. You want to make the Queen of Swords your wife. This is, you want to commit to her, is what the Queen of Pentacles is saying. You're manifesting that. You're manifesting through this wish fulfillment of you're allowing your heart. You're allowing to hear your heart. You're allowing yourself to follow your heart at least enough that to where the point is that you actually began manifesting beautiful, loving stuff in your life, as opposed to what you had manifested with your heart kept, under wraps, with your heart kept pushed down. Your emotions were pushed down here like this, so everything's hidden below the surface because your heart was not, yes, I'm not going to say it wasn't important to you, but the thing is that you didn't know enough to say, I got to live by my heart. I got to lead my life by my heart. Yes, with a healthy balance of practicality and logic, always. But my heart has got to have a say as well. And you may have felt like when you met your spouse or long-term partner way back then that you truly, truly loved her. But did you? I mean, did you give yourself enough time to really, really know for sure? But if you're still in that energy of wanting to wear masks for whatever reason, you would have really had convinced yourself that you were in love with that person. You really would have, because you wouldn't have known any better. You can't know what you don't know. But when you took that mask off, you realized you got much deeper love than what you've ever operated from before. And now you're truly feeling your heart. There's something thumping inside your heart that has to do with true love, unconditional love. And that's where that thumping has been reminding you of a past person all this time. But now that you've removed the mask, you are really feeling it. Like you are really feeling how much in love you are with this Queen of Swords, who you want to make your Queen of Pentacles. You're manifesting a reunion, a social get-together, just a get-together to go out on dates and stuff like that, maybe with friends. But you see her as your Ten of Cups. She's your happily ever after, and that's where you see where you're going to be fully balanced and fully at peace in your heart, in your mind, in your life, because you're finally reconnecting with somebody that represents that to you, that represents the love, that thumping that's in your heart. This guy, his heart thumps, okay? Another guy who is in with all these masks can barely feel their heart thump. I mean, doesn't that make sense? I said this once. Let's pretend this is your heart, okay? This is your heart. Well, when you have masks on, it's like all those roles and responsibilities and accountability that you have for others and, obviously for yourself. But there's so much going on in your life and you're trying to live up to other people's expectations. You've got this block over your heart now. And here's your body, right? Here's your body above it, like your chest is what I'm saying. Let's say you're laying down, right? This is your heart. So you got a layer of childhood trauma, expectations over your heart already, because that was your what do you call it? Defense mechanism, your coping mechanism to protect yourself. What are you trying to protect? Your heart, which is your physical life and your spiritual self together. So then you moved into a relationship and things didn't go so well. So then there was all those hardship experiences. You've got another layer of mud over top of it. Remember, this one's still here, but I only have two hands. So then you get into another relationship and that doesn't go too well. You break up, whatever. And then another one and another one and another one. All these expectations by other people, your education, doing well, being afraid that you're not going to do well. All these layers of heavy mud over top of your heart. How on earth do you hear it thumping through your chest, right? You remove those masks, if one at a time, if not more than one at a time, guess what? Here's your heart and it's going thump, 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 thump. All right? So I think you get what I'm saying, that now you're able to really hear your heart, and this is what's in your heart. And you realize this one is the one that really resonates with this one and the Queen of Pentacles in here, okay? This heart here, this one that you are, that's thumping your heart, really resonates with these two. And it could be more. Let's see. Like, I don't mean more people, I mean more sides of who she is. So the truth and honesty and clarity, as well as the commitment and reliability right here. Okay. That's the 5 of coins reversed. I was talking about expectations. Let's just pretend it's there, because it's way over there. And I just don't want to get up and get it. So the 5 of coins in reverse, meaning you're letting go of feeling like you're left out in the cold. You're finding your strength and courage. You're overcoming obstacles and challenges. And you're giving a new lease on life after having been battled down, beaten up, and justice moved in and said, you got to break that contract. We broke it for you. That's here. That justice came along and set things straight. You are now feeling harmonious and more balanced because justice, you broke a contract over here, probably got divorced or just left your long-term partner, said, that's it, I'm not doing this with you anymore, that's the end of it. So you found your strength and courage to do that, and self-confidence. You picked yourself back up again. You're starting to become the one that you buried somewhere a long time ago. You buried this poor guy somewhere a long time ago. And isn't he beautiful? Look how beautiful he is. He's so serious. But that's kind of like a model pose, right? They always look like that with their pursed lips. But the divine says yes, right? The divine says yes. You found your inner strength. You're letting go. I'm pointing over there and you can't see me, but I'm pointing at the card on the floor. You've let go of feeling like you've left yourself out in the cold. You did have yourself pushed down into the dark cold for a long time, but you're not leaving yourself out in the cold anymore. And you're not allowing yourself to be felt like you're left out in the cold by anyone, because you become strong. And the divine says, you just hold on to your hat for a minute. We're going to probably pluck you out of where you are, relocate you, provide for you in all the ways that you need. If it's a job, if it's money, if it's just a renewal of your work permit or visa or any other documents, we're going to help you make that happen. And so that the reason for this is because you're moving, you're following your heart. Whenever we follow our hearts, guys, things happen. Things happen beautifully. They might seem a little scary and you might, just awkward and unfamiliar at first, but that's because you're cracking the mask. You're cracking it open for the first time in a long time. Now suddenly you got to start showing your true self, and it's kind of like, oh, just a minute, I'll just wrap myself in a blanket first before I show the world who I really am. That vulnerability, right? It's scary to be vulnerable. It's uncomfortable to be vulnerable, but it's the vulnerability that makes us strong and helps us grow and gives us all sorts of new opportunities, doors and windows opening that you never would have had before. It's beautiful. It's all just beautiful, guys. So this is what, you're just being expected to just wait a little bit longer. Keep working on yourself. In other words, keep bringing this guy back. Number 28, keep working on that. As soon as you're fully and comfortable, ready, and very confidently ready to show yourself instead of hiding in the dark kind of thing, like what a fox would do at night. They run into the hen house, right? At night. So let's see you, number 28. Gentleman number 2, you had a broken heart. You might have broken hearts. You are mending that broken heart, and you're taking action forward with the 8 of Pentacles, putting an effort into what it is that you're taking action towards. Of course, it's a gal, this one here, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, who you might have broke their heart. You probably did. Okay, let's just say you did. But you might be feeling broken heart from what happened with your past long-term commitment over here in the recent past. Yeah. So you have a 3 of Hearts to mend. Yours and or the Queen of Pentacles, probably both. But this is making a connection from one to the other, like a bridge. You are mending the connection here. This is water and land, connecting the two, emotions and grounding yourself, being grounded and tapping into your emotions. And you see this person as your star, your guiding light, the star that's been in your sky for a long, long time. You so want to, she's your wish fulfillment. You so want to mend that connection. You so want to have her in your arms. And this is you making that happen. This is taking action. This Eight of Wands. It's very fast action, moving back and forth. It has to do with communication. And it's usually passionate communication, which is what the wands are. But you are also, because this is maybe part of why you're expected to wait a little longer, to be patient, is because you're still growing here, okay? You're still developing your confidence, and you're still realizing that the divine has got your back. You're working hard on your finances, and you're working hard on yourself. And you know that when you're back together, if you can be back together with your Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, you'll be assuring her that you're working hard on that connection as well with her. Because you want that long-term commitment right here with her, right? The Ten of Pentacles, that's a legacy, leaving a legacy of wealth behind for your kids' and your kids' and kids' kids. Let's talk about the Fox, please. Two of Swords. Well, that was on the back of the deck. I guess it wanted to come out. Oh, the Tower. And the Hierophant with the Hanged Man. There's the Four of Wands too. Well, okay. So we have the Two of Swords. This was you. This was you pushing your emotions down. Not being truthful to yourself. You were very indecisive, even though you knew that your heart was thumping, right? And we've already discussed that. You knew what your heart was saying, but you pushed it down. You even tried to block your thoughts and feelings about it, and maybe block any kind of attempt for her to communicate with you. You blocked that. And then the Tower came down on all of that business of trying to deceive yourself. Seven of Swords is that deception, but Two of Swords is just as deceiving. You've got your blinders on here. You don't want to see, you don't want to hear, you don't want to say, just like those three monkeys, right? I'm not seeing, I'm not hearing, and I'm not speaking either. So you kept it all to yourself. And the Tower came down and said, look, there's two hearts over here that are beating in the opposite direction from each other. They're not happy, clearly. So the divine said, look, my children cannot be unhappy. I want both of them to be living the best lives, their best life. This one over here may need some more growing time yet, but he's doing it, and hallelujah. And for that reason, you were very much inspired through the dissolvement of your foundation that was never ever built on truth, which is not solid, right? See the building falling out below, which means it's going to fall over, right? Because you had this mask on, these masks on. She probably did too, your long-term partner. It was not built on solid love for self. It was not built on the truth of who you are. It was built on things that were expected of you because you didn't know any better. You, like I said, you only know what you can know. And if you were never taught or shown or believed in yourself in a way that made you realize that you had to be your truthful, honest, vulnerable self, transparent when you enter into relationships with people. And it's not just the love relationships, it's relationships of all kinds. So friendships, family ships and workships. So anyways, this is the God part of you came in and said, I am speaking the authority of the land right now, and you are not living the way you ought to be living. But so we had to put an end to this this marriage. So these ones here has to do with marriage, and then of course divorces, right? So you were married and you got a divorce, but you reconnected with the divinity within you, that innocence, that lover, through having to stay put, having to stay stuck, feeling like you might even been feeling like you're stuck. But yeah, you had to stay stuck upside down so that you could gain a different perspective, which is what this is. The halo is the divine enlightening your mind, giving you an awakening. When you're upside down, you have to look at your world differently. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to. So I think that that's pretty clear. You have been deceiving yourself, but you want to bring that fun-loving trickster self back back up to the surface again. Your true lover self. That's who that 28 reminds me of. That gentleman number 2, the lover, right? He's not evil or being deceptive or anything like that. He's just he's loving. He wants to love. Yeah, a lot of seductiveness and sex in this too. But you know what? When you're living without the mask on, there's no problem with that, because you're not going to be hurting people. No, you're not going to be hurting people. You're being asked to wait a little bit longer right now so that this one can come out from the shadows and live your life the way, in a way that you're remembering who you are. You're the lover. I keep saying that. It's just so beautiful to me. So anyways, the child here. We have a Page of Wands, which could be a child. 4 of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune on the back too. All right, so this is new. It's new news. It's news. It's the child is a new beginning in news. Like it is a new message of news. An enthusiastic type of message where you're just feeling so enthusiastic and full of life now that you're feeling younger than you felt in a long time. This is you looking younger, kind of, muscular, dashing kind of guy, right? Like I said, you might have had the life sucked out of you here where you're looking older than your years. You're regaining your youth again. Your innocence, your love. Here you are right here. New beginning. You're so excited about sharing the news that you are moving on and that you're coming back to the person you've never been able to get out of your mind here. And the King of Pentacles is who you are now. You are matured, you're grounded, you're loyal, you're committed, you want to commit. Look, here's the King and Queen of Pentacles. You are a true pair, committed to each other. Right there. Okay, and you're single. I mean, that's the great news too, right? You're single because now you're free to mingle. You're single and able to move on and live the life you want to live. Go towards your destiny, your destined path, which is, she's part of that for you. But yeah, look at you have a choice here. Let's talk about the polar bear, please. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit. I have a new deck coming, a tarot deck. I'm so excited. But it still gives you some of the what do you call it, words, yeah, whatever, but it's just so much nicer. Okay, the polar bear, 10 of Wands, 4 of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. The polar bear has got a lot of strength, okay? This is a very, very strong, it's the strongest bear on the planet. And being white, it emphasizes the purity of heart, the intentions of the strength or the protection of what it is that you like, a maternal protection, right, of children. You've been very heavily burdened. We've already talked about that, why you've been burdened, all the different responsibilities people have on you, and you have your own expectations too that are not your truth, but you want to let that go because 10 is the most that you can bear before it kills you, right? And I don't necessarily mean literally, but in one way, emotional exhaustion, mental exhaustion could put you in the hospital. So that's you letting go but it burdened you a great deal knowing that when your Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords was in your life, she offered you a sincere cup of love, a divinely inspired, that's why there's a hand coming through the cloud, divinely inspired cup of love that you weren't looking at. You had no need to look at it, no reason to look at it, because you had something else going on. You were married, just simply put, you were married. But now you want to be friends, you want to go out and date, you want to reconnect with her, you want to offer her a small token, you want to, you know, this is just exciting stuff here. You want to return that cup of love to her, right? You're ready, you got good intentions, excuse me, pure intentions, and that you're pressing forward. You know, if with all the strength and might inside you, you are pressing forward onto the path that's going to lead back to this girl, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, well, Queen of Swords, right? You're going to have some answers prepared. I'm just saying. But anyways, what's the 22 card choices? Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups with the Four of Swords. You've done your healing, okay? You've done your healing. You chose to heal. You chose to heal. You decided that when you reapproach her in the near future, you're not going down the path of as a player. You need her to know that. This is player energy right here in the reverse. In the upright, you're kickstarting a brand new inspired life, inspired of passionate new pursuit is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you're letting go. This would be, let's just pretend, this would be the way of the player, and this is the way of authenticity. You know, authenticity, vulnerability, truth, honest, clarity. Yeah, you have been looking at what you've been sowing and nurturing and harvesting. Your harvest here, it looks pretty good, but that's what you have, looking at the past, you're seeing what it is that you've done and what you've grown as a result. You want more. Right there. You want more. And so you're saying, okay, well, I've learned some life lessons. I had some hardships all along the way, and this is what I've grown as a result. So I'll take that, but I'm going to continue to pursue, continue to persevere, and continue working to make the effort so that I can then harvest all the beautiful fruits of my labor from that. So this is going to be all about persevering on the right path, on the path that you're choosing now, as opposed to being a player. You're choosing to be someone who is going to take all that you've learned from the hardships, the many hardships the lessons, and you're putting it into to move towards somebody that you know is your true love. Okay, you're moving towards your true love with all this lessons, life's lessons that you learned. You know there's a better way, there's a different way, and you, instead of going the same old way, you're doing it this way now. You've healed, you've been laying it down, putting it all down, respite time and healing. You have got a new sense of a different perspective, so you're able to breathe and step up and take that sort of truth, clarity, and honesty, and move forward towards your girl. Okay, that all looks really, really beautiful, guys. So I think that we pretty much have clarified it all and come to that conclusion that that's your near future. You are actually moving towards, have chosen that path. Okay, your near future. You're clear. This is like you are clear here. You're single, you are grown and matured and grounded, all that good stuff of the 3D world. You have a lot of business or finance acumen. You know how to make money because you're a hard worker. I mean, you're ready. You've got that. That's just like, yeah, you know that inside out. What you don't know that inside out is how to be the upright going this way towards that follows your heart. That's something that's going to be a bit of a mystery for you, and you should rely on your inner strength, your God, your heart, to help you continue to nurture your heart's desires, right? Nurture that innocent, loving one that you are. Guy who is like, I'm so sexy. What's that song? I'm too sexy for myself, right? This guy here, he knows how to love. He knows how to have fun. He knows how to be seductive, charming, and romantic. What's wrong with that? As long as you're doing it from a transparent and clear this is me platform. Now I know who I am, and the me and me is one I love. Then there's no problem. There's no problem. You're not going to be breaking hearts. So ask your angels. I just said that, right? Make sure you connect with your inner guidance, your divine, your heart, your soul, your angels. There's something better, absolutely. This guy here is going to bring that out for you. Something better. Something better, and it's called Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. True love. True love, not the false kind of love, because false love comes from wearing a false mask. Forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Believe me, if this one has grown like you're growing into that, stepping into your Emperor energy, remember wherever he is, right there, stepping into her Empress energy. She's got that Queen of Hearts in her that is all about, look, it says on the back, within the next few weeks, listen to your intuition. And yes, and it says no at the back, but this one came first, so we're picking that one. But yeah, listen to your intuition, your heart, your soul, your innocent guy here, the love, the lover. And just keep listening to those divine messages of guidance. Meditate. Forgive yourself for what you think you don't think she'll be able to forgive you for. Forgive yourself first. And that's not being selfish, because we have to do everything first for ourselves before we can expect anyone else to pick up on that energy. Okay? You have to have that energy of forgiveness within yourself so that you can inspire her to want to forgive you. Does that make sense? So guys, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Please subscribe and like if you enjoyed what you heard here. This is very, very inspiring for me too. But take care of yourself, and we'll see you, pick back up with you on Monday. Bye for now.